They say quitting corn will change your life. So I tested that for 30 days. And let me tell you, it wasn't just a test of willpower. It was like trying to quit junk food while living next door to a pizza place. It was tough, but I learned a lot. Let me take you through what happened. All right, so let's rewind a bit. Like most guys, I started watching corn back in high school. Maybe earlier, but we'll call it high school to keep it PG. And look, no one ever sits you down and says, hey, heads up, this stuff can mess with your head and you're going to get addicted to this stuff. It started off innocent. Curiosity, boredom, puberty. You get the idea. At first, it felt harmless. Just something to do. But slowly, without even realizing it, it became part of my routine. Like brushing my teeth. Except way more secret and way more damaging. And that's when I started noticing things weren't adding up. Now, I know a lot of people will tell you that corn is terrible for you. And I'm not saying it's all sunshine and rainbows, but let's be real. There are some advantages to it, at least at first. Let's break it down. 1. Instant gratification. This is probably the biggest advantage. You're feeling bored or stressed, and boom, there's a quick fix. It's like hitting a reset button for your mind. 2. Relieve stress. Yeah, I said it. For a lot of people, it can act like a pressure valve. After a long day or stressful situation, you could just turn to corn, and it helps you unwind, even if it's just for a short while. 3. Exploration. For a lot of us, especially growing up, it was how we figured things out. You're not going to have a heart-to-heart about sex at 15, right? Yeah, it's kind of like the first taste of adult stuff, and it's easy to get curious. It sounds like corn can be a nice escape, right? But what I didn't see coming was how deep it got its claws into my life. Corn didn't just stay on the screen. It followed me into my energy, my focus, and my relationships. Here's what I started to notice. 1. Emotional detachment. At first, I didn't notice it. But after a while, it started to affect how I viewed intimacy. When you're used to a screen giving you what you want, real-life relationships start to feel less exciting, less satisfying. I started feeling like I couldn't get the same rush from a genuine connection. 2. Lack of energy and motivation. After a while, I started to notice that after a session, I'd feel drained. I'd get in this cycle where I'd watch, then feel guilty, then feel even more sluggish. It was this ongoing drain that left me feeling unmotivated to do anything productive, whether it was work, school, or personal goals. 3. Increased anxiety. It sounds a little crazy, but corn can actually increase anxiety in the long run. There is always this low-key stress, hiding the habit, feeling guilty after wondering if I was messing up my mind. I mean, you're constantly wondering, what if someone finds out? 4. Unrealistic expectations. When you're watching corn regularly, it starts to shape your expectations about real-life intimacy. It's like your brain gets rewired into thinking that's how things should be. But in real life, things are different. Relationships take time, effort, and trust, and not everything happens in 5-minute bursts. That can create a lot of frustration. And all of this was just normal for me. I was stuck in the cycle and didn't even realize it. And that's when I thought, okay, maybe it's time to quit. So I made a decision. I wanted to see what would happen if I quit corn for 30 days. I was tired of feeling sluggish and disconnected. I wanted to take control of my habits. And let me tell you, quitting wasn't easy. It was like trying to break a bad habit, but this was on another level. I was constantly tempted, but I kept telling myself, just one day at a time. Okay, so before I even started day 1, I knew I couldn't just wing it. Like this wasn't one of those, let's just see how it goes kind of things. If you go in without a game plan, you're going to fold faster than a lawn chair. So here's what I did before day 1 even began. I deleted everything. History, bookmarks, saved videos, even incognito shortcuts. Gone. I installed blockers on my phone and laptop. I used apps like BlockSite and Cold Turkey to make sure I couldn't accidentally find myself back in old habits. I wrote down why I was doing this. Not just in my head, I physically wrote it out. More energy, better focus, and no more guilt. That paper stayed on my desk. I made a list of distractions. Workouts, books, YouTube channels that weren't triggering, even random stuff like organizing my room just to stay busy. I set one golden rule: no screen time in bed. That was my weak spot. Now, day one, man, I was struggling. The cravings hit like a truck. It was rough, like crawl out of your skin rough. I couldn't even scroll social media for 5 minutes without something triggering me. It felt like my brain was screaming for dopamine, like just one video, just a little scroll. I had to literally lock my phone away for a few hours. I kept telling myself, just make it to the end of the day. Day 3, that was one of my lowest points. I was bored, tired, and home alone. The combo was deadly. I legit sat in front of my laptop, hovered over the tab bar, and stared at it, like a junkie outside the trap house. But I remember my why. I opened my list of distractions, chugged some water, and just walked out of the room. I didn't feel heroic. I felt desperate. But hey, I stayed clean. Day 5 hit different. This wasn't just some casual, oh, I kind of miss it moment. Nah, this felt like my brain was glitching. I was restless, fidgety, and moody for no reason. It felt like something was missing, like my brain was chasing a hit it wasn't getting. That's when I realized I wasn't just fighting corn. I was fighting a routine, a reward loop. So I had to start rewiring those triggers. Was it perfect? No, I was still tempted. By day 7, I finally caught a win. I woke up and didn't feel like trash. No guilt or brain fog. I actually slept better. I looked in the mirror and felt a little pride, you know? That was new. Day 10, oof. Another temptation hit hard. I had a rough day, stress piling up, and my brain instantly went, you know what'd make this all go away? One little scroll. But I didn't cave. I threw on shoes and went outside. Took a long walk with music blasting. That saved me. Day 14 brought the first real shift. I could think clearly. Like, I wasn't just reacting to everything. I had actual focus. My energy was actually up. I didn't need 5 cups of coffee to feel awake. I was more productive, even started enjoying stuff like reading again. By day 21, I felt like a machine. My mind wasn't fighting itself all the time. I started having real conversations again. And guess what? My confidence was building back up. Not fake confidence, real confidence. Because I was keeping a promise to myself every day. Day 26? Yeah, almost slipped again. It was late. I was scrolling Reddit, and boom, suggestive post. My thumb hovered. That little voice came back like, one click won't kill you. But I'd come too far to throw it away. I shut it all down and just sat in the discomfort for a few minutes. And it passed. Barely. By day 30, I felt powerful. Not because I didn't get tempted, but because I didn't let the temptation own me. I still had urges, sure, but I had something stronger now, control. I wasn't using corn as a crutch anymore. I had my life back. So what did I actually learn from this whole 30-day no corn challenge? Honestly, the biggest lesson wasn't just don't watch corn. It was way deeper than that. It was this: if you don't take control of your habits will take control of you. The brain loves comfort, but real growth? That comes when you sit with discomfort and choose better anyway. So here's what helped me stay on track, and what might help you too if you're thinking about quitting. 1. Replace the habit. You can't just stop watching corn and leave a blank space in your day. That's like removing a bad habit and leaving a VIP seat open for it to come right back. I had to plug that gap with real stuff, working out, reading, journaling, even just calling friends or going for a walk. If I was feeling lazy, I'd clean my room. Anything that made me feel like I was doing something. The goal wasn't perfection. It was progress. 2. Know your triggers. I started noticing patterns. Late nights, being alone, endless scrolling, boredom. So I made a rule. If I caught myself falling into any of those trigger traps, I had to change my environment immediately. Phone across the room. Laptop closed. Get up and move. Distract and redirect. Corn doesn't just sneak up on you. It sends a calendar invite and shows up every time you open your phone at midnight. So beat it to the punch. 3. Accountability helps a lot. Now, I know not everyone wants to talk about this with someone, but I did tell one close friend. No judgment, just straight honesty. And knowing that I had someone I'd have to update kept me grounded. If you don't have that person, journal your journey. Seriously, just getting your thoughts out, even if it's for your eyes only, helps you stay real with yourself. 4. Focus on the benefits. This one's huge. When the cravings hit, I'd remind myself, I want a clear mind. I want more energy, and I want to respect myself. And the truth is, the benefits start adding up faster than you expect. It was like I could finally look people in the eyes again because I wasn't secretly carrying that guilt. 5. Be patient with yourself. Look, this isn't some movie montage where you wake up on day 7 as a brand new man. You'll have days where the urge feels unbearable. You might even slip up. But here's the thing. Don't make one bad moment become a bad month. Bounce back, learn from it, and keep going. The goal isn't just to quit corn. The goal is to become a man who doesn't need it. To become someone who's so locked in, so focused, and so fulfilled that corn just feels like a cheap distraction from a life you're actually proud of. So after 30 days without corn, I didn't just feel better, I was better. Not perfect or some guru, just clearer, sharper, and more in control. If I can pull it off, and trust me, I was deep in the sauce. You can too. Start with one day, then another. Stack the days and the wins. Then see what happens. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be tired of your own BS. One day at a time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.